Hello and welcome back to New Player Help series. Today we've got a convoy battle for you. And we're going to show you what happens if you're a new player, what happens when you don't take out the DD. Because taking out DDs is very critical for any new player. And in Convoy, the DD can torp, it can spot, it can do whatever it wants to as long as it's allowed to be, do everything on its own. If it can just, go around doing whatever it wants to do, it's gonna menace, it's gonna just destroy the whole match. So you want to kill the DDs as fast as possible. And in this match, you see just how it ends up going when you let the DD live. Now, of course, the goal of Convoy, if you're not familiar, is to sink all the transport ships. If you're defending, then you have to protect them. If you attack, you have to sink them all. So we have to sink them all. As you can see, the only one coming in with me is the Kerr first, while the Poison and the Bayard are just kind of running away. Which is not great, but we'll have to manage.
Enemy force detected.
So right now we've spotted, the Moskva and the GK. In the north, the Republic, the Nebraska, and the Baltimore are being spotted. Let me see, can I put this? There we go. Iowa's been spotted, and Moskva has 12K radar. There's the radar. I knew that would be baiting. But at this point, it's like you bait the radar, then he's basically, you can do whatever you want to while it reloads. And you see, he's shooting AP at me. He doesn't have time to switch to HE. GK tries to shoot. And like right there and then, he had a shot. But since he didn't have HE loaded, he completely missed. If you're going to be aware of shooting the DD, make sure you have HE loaded, because it does a maximum amount of damage. Yagumo kills our talent up north, which is unfortunate. Because that was one of their only radars up north. And both of our radars are in the north, so we don't have... I'm the only spotting down here. Now our GK is literally being pummeled by the Moskva and their GK. Plus any other ships. And right there we get a Liberty ship popping up. So, and they drive in the straight line. So I dropped everything on those torps. On that one Liberty ship, Blackhawk. To get it down. I was gonna let's torch the Moskva, and I'm like, okay, shoot the Moskva, shoot the Moskva. But Moskva outruns my torps, which he could have taken for the transport to save it, but the transport just drives straight into him because it's programmed to drive on a straight line, which makes him easily torpable. And you're thinking, okay, he's gonna miss most of them. But, from everything else hitting up, my torps just finish it off. And at this point, detection 6 kilometers, I have no choice but to just shoot this Moskva. I want to like shooting AP, just shooting whatever I got, just trying to help chunk this guy for my GK to give him time to get away. And the La Fantastique, the only DD that was on this side shows up. Now, La Fantastique can't really do much to me. I dropped Torps on the Smolensk because he's right there. I mean, like, you might as well try, right? Maybe you get lucky, sometimes you don't. But, again, I still have 3 heals left, so I can heal. But, had, you know, the La Fantastique and the Moskva kind of ganged up on me, I'd be dead by now. And we've sunk Assistant in the north, and I sunk Blackhawk down here. The Smolensk probably has Hydro, and so he's going to avoid all those Torps. Unfortunate, but it's, you know, it's whatever. And I'm not really worried about the La Fantastique. Yes, he has a reload, but yes, he can hurt me. But as long as I stay away from him, he can't do anything to me. Another transport pops up. And I aim a little bit ahead, because last time I didn't aim well enough. They go dark because they smoke up, but I've already dropped Torps on them. Again, that's the second set I've launched on them. They're not really protecting that middle transport at all. The North's kind of running into a gauntlet of fire, and it's going to die. The Torps are coming in. I think that Smolensk didn't realize that he saw the Torps, and he was like, yeah, the Ostergotland's torping these transports. I've got to do something. 3 Torps, and it's gone. And I pick up the Raider medal, which killed 2 transports. So we'll highlight that for you. Destroy 2 transports, and it's an easy one to get. And yes, the Iowa is right there. So that is a little bit of a concern. And the other transport shows up. And it's being escorted by an Abelmar. And now the Smolensk is protecting it. And they've cleaned up all the transports in the north. That's their last transport. But again, they didn't sing no DDs to really deal with me, and I was able to sing 2 of them. And DDs in Convoy are like critical targets. But DDs in any mode are critical targets. Except in operations and co-op. That's the only time they're not critical targets. And I know he's right there. Like, Smolensk doesn't have the best armor. Let's be honest. The Iowa could easily, you know, shoot it. Like, hopefully we're gonna look at the Iowa's health. Now, he said like 2/3 health. But I zoom in, because remember, Smolensk still has that smoke firing penalty. He's still shooting, but he's smoke fire penalty because I'm detecting him. So the Iowa hypothetically can just destroy him, but he doesn't. Had I aimed a little bit different, I probably could have got the transport right there. But the Iowa just kind of was like, oh, I'm scared, I'm going to run away. When he could have easily had, you know, killed it. Like, there is no reason he should have been able to shoot. He should have been able to shoot that thing. But he was too scared. And once the Smolensk comes out of that smoke, I'm detected. Fortunately, yeah, that's not good. That's not looking good for me. That worries me. The Bayard hits it. I'm just shooting an AP in it, trying to get whatever damage I can on it. And now I just kind of run away, just trying to survive. Because it's like, it's scary. I could die against the Smolensk. Fortunately, between the Genon and everything, and the Musashi, you know, they pick him up. But he should have gone down a lot sooner, without a doubt. But again, I'm still alive, and that transport only has one goal to go, one way to go. It's literally right on around that rock. Like, it's right there. But I'm not dropping the torps yet, because he's going to be turning. I want for him to make that turn adjustment. And I do a wide set, just to be safe I can get it.
Attention. Reporting the target position.
And the Evil Mar does see me, and he's going to shoot me. We put a torp on something, but we didn't pick up the last transport. They left me alone, and I killed 3 transports. That's just kind of funny. Got that done. That's done. Got the base XP done. And almost done with that. And I got Raider. Literally, only 66,000. And I'm 4th. Gotta give a comp to this guy. He did really well. I mean, if the poison and the Bayard had come with me, we could have probably killed that site a lot faster. But, I mean, I literally sunk, like, a whole side of transports. Like, Bill Issei, Blackhawk, and then just put whatever shells I could. I mean... That's all my damage was just in transports. Because they literally just let me get away with it. Their radar didn't really do any much, and when they tried to kill me, they screwed up.